to experience the warmest December many of us have seen in quite some time. While we've had record-breaking warm Decembers and Christmases in 2015, 2016, and 2017, and 2023 was globally the warmest December on record. This Christmas is shaping up to be warm again, extending all the way into Canada. But before we get to that dramatic warm-up, we have a powerful and dangerous storm causing major problems right now across the Pacific Northwest and Northern Plains. In the next 20 minutes, I'll break down the current emergency situation, the timeline of impacts through the end of the week, and explain why Christmas week will bring such a dramatic temperature shift. Right now, the situation across the Pacific Northwest is serious. High wind warnings cover a vast area with wind gusts ranging from 60 to 80 miles per hour, especially across the Pacific Northwest, where over 600,000 homes are without power at this moment. Washington state alone has over 388,000 homes without power. Oregon has over 212,000 homes without power. With an average of 2 people per home, that's well over 1 million people affected. Texas and several other states are also experiencing power outages from this system. Beyond the winds, there are multiple other warnings in effect. Western Montana has avalanche warnings posted. Eastern Montana is under blizzard warnings. The higher elevations of the Cascades in Washington had blizzard warnings earlier that have since expired, but the dangerous winds continue across the entire region. The National Weather Service issued a statement early this morning describing the threat. Dangerous and destructive wind gusts are forecast with widespread wind gusts from 50 to 70 miles per hour across much of the Northwest Rockies and Northern Plains through Thursday. Gusts exceeding 80 miles per hour are expected over and just downwind of the higher elevations. Numerous power outages, property damage, and dangerous travel for high-profile vehicles are all expected impacts. In addition to the wind threat, more atmospheric river flooding is coming for the remainder of this month across the Pacific Northwest. This is not a one-day event. The flooding concerns will persist. For the Northern Plains, a powerful cold front brings the threat of snow squalls with high winds. Following periods of snow whiteout conditions will develop across the Northern Plains tonight into Thursday. Visibility will drop rapidly and persist in areas of blowing snow, making travel extremely hazardous. Heavy mountain snow is impacting the Northwest. The Cascades and Northern Rockies will see heavy snow below pass levels today and again Thursday, with 1 to 3 feet of total snow forecast. Power outages and tree damage are possible due to the combination of heavy wet snow and wind affecting trees and power lines. These impacts continue all the way through Thursday night. Travel impacts are significant. Moderate travel impacts are forecast for a broad area with major impacts specifically for North Dakota. If you're planning travel through these regions today or Thursday, reconsider if possible. Let me walk you through the timeline of this storm system. Today's storm is bringing snow across the northern tier. As we move into late this evening, the system will move across the north-central United States, bringing chances for damaging winds. Moving into Wednesday night and Thursday across the Midwest, we'll see more damaging winds with a bit of snow continuing. As the system moves from the Ohio Valley toward the Northeast Thursday into Friday, more storms with damaging winds will develop. Storms will also affect the Southeast Thursday evening, extending into Friday toward the Northeast. While all of this is happening, more storms will impact Washington and Oregon throughout Thursday, bringing additional snow and significant precipitation problems. Rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches are forecast hitting Oregon particularly hard. But this heavy precipitation extends all the way to Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, and northern California. Looking at the European model, the next atmospheric river will arrive and bring even more problems over the next 6 days, eventually affecting northern California. After that, an even larger storm system is on the horizon for early next week, but I'll address that in a separate forecast. This forecast focuses on the current storm, its impacts, and the temperature changes coming. This system is bringing substantial snow to Canada. For the United States, Montana, the Dakotas, Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, and upper Michigan will see some snow, but the Northwest will receive multiple feet of accumulation in the higher elevations. Now let me detail the wind forecast because this is a particularly dangerous aspect. These damaging winds will continue all the way through Thursday evening. Then, Thursday into Friday, the wind threat shifts across the Ohio Valley and through the Northeast, but a wide area will still experience damaging winds. Within the main impact zone, wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour are forecast. Higher elevations could see gusts reaching 70 miles per hour. From Montana and Wyoming across the north-central region, the most damaging winds will occur. In some areas, wind gusts of 70 miles per hour are forecast shown in brown on weather maps. The white areas indicate winds of 80 miles per hour, potentially reaching 90 miles per hour in the most extreme locations. These are the same areas I've been highlighting for multiple days, and the forecast has actually gotten stronger with time. Thursday morning will bring those strong winds along with additional snow. More storms will continue across the Pacific Northwest, affecting Washington and Oregon. Thursday evening banding will develop along the frontal boundary. This is where a linear event could develop, bringing damaging winds Thursday across the mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, and Great Lakes. Thunderstorms will develop across the southeast, affecting Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas late Thursday overnight into Friday. These storms will then move across the mid-Atlantic, bringing chances for damaging winds with cold temperatures immediately behind the system as it exits Friday. A clipper system will then move through, potentially bringing additional winds. After that, the next storm system arrives early next week. As this system moves across the mid-Mississippi Valley and Ohio Valley toward the northeast, it will strengthen again through cyclogenesis as it moves into Canada, bringing 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts to the northeast, possibly 60 miles per hour or more in higher elevations. The latest European model update from this morning confirms this forecast. The GFS model has consistently shown a pocket of 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts that the European model has not been indicating, but everything else aligns between the two models. Some stronger winds around 50 miles per hour may also develop toward Kansas, Oklahoma, and northern Texas. The GFS model has been consistent in showing this feature in every model run. Now let me address the temperature pattern, which is remarkable. We're currently experiencing above-average temperatures across much of the country, but a cold front is coming through with those strong winds. This will bring freezing temperatures, even negative temperatures, with very cold wind chills all the way through Friday and into Saturday. Then the clipper system comes through and brings more cold weather extending through the 21st and 22nd. But once we move into next week, Christmas week, a dramatic above-average warm-up develops. From Wednesday into Thursday, from Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, a significant warm-up occurs. This is being called the Great Thaw. This pattern will melt everything, but it will also bring flooding concerns. This warm pattern will persist through the end of December. Let me give you specifics on the cold temperatures first. Friday morning will bring freezing temperatures across a large area, including negative temperatures. With wind chills, it will feel very cold. Wind chills of -10 to -20 degrees are forecast, with single-digit and teen temperature wind chills across the Ohio Valley. The mid-Mississippi Valley will definitely stay frozen with temperatures in the 20s, possibly even high teens. Friday's high temperatures will warm back up for much of the country, but the north-central region, the Midwest Ohio Valley, and interior Northeast will remain frozen. With the wind chills, it will remain cold all day long, even during the afternoon high temperature period. Sunday, the clipper system brings freezing temperatures again across the central United States, the north-central region, Ohio Valley, and Midwest. Negative temperatures will return along with very cold wind chills once again before the dramatic warm-up begins. Monday, the cold shifts toward the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, bringing cold wind chills that will be felt further south across the lower 48 states. Then Christmas week arrives with its significant warm-up. If you're traveling for Christmas, you're looking at good weather for travel across most of the country. Christmas Eve will feature a very significant warm-up. Christmas Day will be even warmer. The day after Christmas will remain warm as well. Travel weather for Christmas and the days following will be favorable across most of the nation. The exception will be across the West Coast, where a major storm system will develop during the first days of next week, extending through Christmas Eve. This system has been in the forecast for several days and will affect the Southwest particularly. For the rest of the country, travel conditions for Christmas Eve through Christmas Day will be good, except for that storm system impacting the Southwest and West Coast. Let me provide specific action items for different regions. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, particularly Washington and Oregon, your immediate concerns are the ongoing dangerous winds and the additional atmospheric river flooding arriving. Secure any loose outdoor items immediately if you haven't already. Anything in your yard that could become a projectile in high winds needs to be secured or brought inside. This protects not only your property, but also your neighbors. Have flashlights and alternative power sources ready as additional outages are likely. Avoid unnecessary travel, especially through mountain passes where conditions are particularly hazardous. For the northern plains especially, North Dakota, Montana, and Minnesota tonight into Thursday is your critical period. Whiteout conditions from blowing snow will make travel extremely dangerous. Wind chills will be severe. If you must travel, ensure you have emergency supplies in your vehicle, including blankets, food, water, and a full tank of gas. Better yet, avoid travel during this period if at all possible. Midwest residents, particularly in the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes region, your wind threat extends from Wednesday night through Thursday. Secure outdoor items now. Be prepared for power outages. Have heating alternatives ready in case you lose electricity. Friday morning will bring the coldest temperatures with dangerous wind chills. For the Ohio Valley, Mid-Mississippi Valley, and Great Lakes, Thursday's thunderstorm line could produce damaging winds. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. The severe weather window will be relatively brief, but requires your attention. Southeast residents in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, thunderstorms Thursday evening into Friday could produce damaging winds. Stay weather aware during this period. Mid-Atlantic and Northeast residents, your impacts come Friday with the system bringing damaging winds and then sharply colder temperatures behind it. Travel. Friday morning could be affected. Looking ahead to Christmas week, the warm pattern means excellent travel weather for most of the country, except the southwest and west coast, where that storm system will be impacting. The dramatic warm-up will melt existing snow cover rapidly, which could lead to flooding in areas with significant snowpack. Monitor local forecasts for flood warnings if you're in areas with substantial snow on the ground. The current situation requires your immediate attention if you're in the affected areas. The power outage situation across the Pacific Northwest is already significant and could worsen. The wind threat is real and dangerous. The northern plains face hazardous travel conditions tonight into Thursday. Multiple regions will experience damaging winds through Friday. After this active and dangerous period, Christmas week will bring that remarkable warm-up with generally favorable conditions for holiday travel across most of the nation, though the West Coast will be dealing with that incoming storm system. Stay safe. Take these warnings seriously. Secure loose items now and avoid unnecessary travel in the most severely affected areas over the next 48 hours. For those currently without power, I hope restoration comes quickly and safely.